Christians, you've been lied to. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Peace and blessings. This is the Herbal Wellness Coach. And today we're going to start our series on the right diet according to the Bible, aka Christians, you've been lied to. So this is part one of a series talking about what we should eat, the right way to eat, if you will, according to the Bible. Now, notice I said the Bible, because the Bible is the foundation which I stand when it comes to the way you should live. Some may disagree, but you have to stand on something. And I choose to stand on the Bible. For example, in Exodus chapter 3, it tells you the name of God. When Moses asked God, what's his name? He answered his name. Now it reads, I am that I am. But when you are talking about a name, if someone asks you your name, are you going to say the meaning of your name or are you going to say your name? And I take his answer as his name, which in the Hebrew is Ahaya, Ashur, Ahaya. Now with that said, let's get right to it. Now, how should we eat? You have some that say vegan, some say keto, some say nutritarian, some say just cut out this and that. Well, first, Christians, you've been lied to. The dietary law in Leviticus 11 is not done away with. Praying over whatever you eat doesn't make an unclean thing a clean thing. It will not take away the harmful effects of that food if you shouldn't have been eating it in the first place. Okay, I hear it now. Wellness coach, how can you say it? Okay, you've been eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster all this time. Now look at your church. How many people are sick with heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, you name it, they got it. Leviticus 11, chapter 7. And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Verse 8. Of the flesh shall ye not eat, and the carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. So let me get this straight. You got hypertension, and the first thing they tell you is lay off the pork, right? What a coincidence. Let me continue. Leviticus 11, verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatever have fins and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. In other words, you can't eat shrimp, crab, lobster, crawfish, scallops. You name it, you can't eat it. A people devoid of history and what they should and shouldn't and how they ate, all of a sudden is learning another culture's diet. Oh, you see the result. Look at your church. So, what eating style can we eat? I said according to the Bible. Now, what I just read to you is part of the law of it, but that doesn't mean you can eat anything and everything either. Let me break down a couple of examples. Genesis 18 verses 1 to 8 is the story of Abraham and the three angels. He fed them bread and water, yet he offered them a calf cooked in milk and butter, and they did eat. Let's go to Exodus 16. The Israelites, we escaped Egypt. We was in the wilderness murmuring, one of the delicacies of Egypt. And what did the Most High give us? He gave us manna and quail. Twice a day he fed us. Twice a day he fed us. Let's go to Christ. Luke chapter 22, 7 to 15. He ate the Passover lamb before he's betrayed and executed innocently. So let's go after he resurrected. Let's go to Luke 24, verses 42 to 43. It clearly says he ate broiled fish and honeycomb in his new body. Now that doesn't destroy any and everything about someone's eating style. You can eat vegetarian, nutritarian if you want. And I'm not saying you should eat meat. I'm just saying these things are allowable according to God's dietary law. Now, when it comes to our turn, what should you eat? What's the eating style? Okay, I'm going to set you up with an example first. Flint, Michigan. There's some water. It's poison. We know it's poison. It's full of fluoride and lead or whatever that kills your brain. You know you shouldn't drink it, but is drinking water lawful? Yes. Is it a sin to drink water? No. But is it a sin to drink poison water when you know it's poison and then ask God through prayer to heal me? Yes, you're tempting God. What more do you want from God? He's telling you don't drink poison water. So don't drink the poison water. So now you have people in the wellness field, natural eating, natural healing field, telling you there's poison meats, there's poison this, don't eat that. They're not necessarily saying don't eat meat if you understand the message. Truthfully, it's poison vegetation also. Follow me now, Christians, you've been lied to. See the results. You're sick, you're unhealthy, some of you on dialysis. Hear me on this now. I'm not tripping on your pastors. I'm not sitting saying they lying to you. That the teaching that they got, they believe, they perpetuating the lie. I can go into scriptures and show you where this has been happening continuously. I give you, just read Jeremiah 7. Just read that first. And you will see that people thought they were worshiping God righteously, but they wasn't. And he sent messengers to tell them they wasn't. But we as his people don't listen. So what do we do, wellness coach? What do we do? Okay, 1 Corinthians 10, 23-33. It tells you about if you buy food in the markets or you go to a party and someone cooks some food with some meat and you don't know if it was offered to an idol or not. Not to ask the question, but if they voluntarily tell you and you get the information that it was offered to an idol, don't eat it. Same principle about the Flint water example. Now, God is sending messengers saying, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, it's poison, it's poison, it's poison. Now, if you don't know, pray. God will take care of it because you're eating lawfully and you're doing it ignorantly. But he is not a God that lets you just do it to death. He will give you warning because his grace, his mercy is long suffering. Now, it does run out to a point because you have to choose and prove that you will trust him and his message. Now, food is tainted with. The solution, which is very difficult to achieve in this place, is to grow your own food, have your own farm, or know someone that has a farm that's raising the meat, the righteous meat, the meat that you should eat properly. But what you can do is what you can control. You have mercy on the things that you can't control and have grace on those things until God puts you in a position to get those things. But you got to start practicing the eating habits correctly. Eating meat if you're going to eat meat. The right meat once a day between 4 and 6 o'clock. You eat a smoothie in the morning, so salad and soup for lunch. But you got to purge whatever you eat out. Fast 2 days a week, whether it be a water fast, a fruit and veggie fast. Fast 2 days a week. Give your body time to heal itself from this tainted meat. Don't sit there and have a big pot of meat mixed in on top of meat mixed in to make up for what you didn't eat either. You got to eat little portions because your body don't need a lot. As you can see in the wilderness twice a day, we're conditioned purposely to be food zombies. That's what this boils down to. Being a food zombie, right? Just eat, right? Well, part of the issue is we're ignorant and uneducated on what we can eat, how to prepare some dishes, because we've been taught the foods that we've been eating that's been passed down from parent to parent, parent to parent. Well, if you do some research, you can find some books that give you some recipes, Eat to Live, Joel Furman. You can read, there's a book by Nathaniel Jordan with some recipes in it and stuff like that. You can prepare some good desserts, some good snacks, some good dinners, some good lunches, good breakfast. Well, part 1 is complete. And the next part we'll be talking about is the dietary law done away with. God doesn't change his mind. he changed his mind. He's the same. No, let me stop playing. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you. One love.